Now I'm going to show you how to make a row of purl stitches. So when a pattern says knit a purl row, this is what you do. Holding your work in the left hand and the needle in your right, if you're right-handed, anchoring the wool between those two fingers. Instead of pushing the needle away from you, as in a knit stitch, you push it across the front of the stitch towards your other hand. Wool round the needle and out. Through the stitch in front of you towards your left hand, through the needle and out. And that's your row of purl. And when you've done a row of purl, you get a row of loops on the side that you've just done, but when you turn it round, you'll see that it's more like a row of V's. So if I do another row of purl, I will have another row of loops on this side. Remember, the needle goes towards your other hand across the front so you can actually see where it's going. So there's another row of purls. We have another row of loops, but when we turn it round, there'll be a row of V's. And now if I do a row of plain or garter stitch, where the needle goes away from you, round the needle, off, round, off. You'll see that we start to get two sides that look completely different, because on this side, if I keep doing this side plain, that side purl, plain, purl, plain, purl, I'll have a flat appearance on this side, just lots of V's, and on this side I'll have all loops. So that's the purl side and that's the plain side. So now you can see how you get different designs in knitting. You get the loops for the purl, and purl and plain gives you that effect. And now I'm going to show you how to cast off. So you can either cast off in purl or plain depending on what side you're on or what effect you want. I'm just going to show you the easy way of casting off using a plain or garter stitch. So you just knit a normal stitch, push the needle away from you, wool round the needle and off, and again. And then taking the first stitch, pull it over the top of the second stitch, and you just carry on like that, over the top of the second stitch. Until you come to the end of the row. Try not to pull your wool too tightly as you go along, otherwise you'll have a very puckered cast off row and it'll start to curl up too much. Right, here we are at the end. One stitch left, pull it right out, leave yourself a length for sewing in. Cut it off and pass it through the loop and pull it tight, and then you just sew in your extra little bit, and that's your piece of knitting.